Any corrections or additions to that?
Well, we can correct the whole thing because it's basically a hearsay.
Okay, you remember what I said at the beginning of the hearing?
Yeah.
I said that we accept as true the court findings in the case. The fact that you were found guilty and you are guilty of those particular murders. If there's any change or anything you want to say about...
So all of that is reality to you?
Yes. Yes, we accept as true.
And either if it never happened, it's still reality to you?
Yes, because you were found guilty by a court of law.
Okay. And all the things that in that courtroom, that went through that courtroom, is reality to you?
Yes. We accept as true.
Now, let me just say one thing.
Okay.
9 black Muslims and 3 Mexicans signed a writ that said I was Jesus Christ. Is that reality to you?
I didn't read that in the report.
It's in the record. I mean, you know.
We have your C file, and all the reports are made available to us.
Okay.
And I think we know most of it, but that's a reason for the hearing, Mr. Manson, that you can bring these things out if you wish.
I think if you'll look in your own mind, for every point, there's a counterpoint. For every red, there's a black. For every black, there's a red. In other words, what you're making me into in your reports so that you can write your books and do your Rambo trips and make your movies for public entertainment is not really what happened. And what happened could have been explained, but if you will allow me to call a witness...
No, we do not allow witnesses in here.
I mean, it's within a panel. I'd like to question that man in front of the panel.
We do not allow that, Mr. Manson. We have a procedure that we follow. Now, if you want to tell about the crime, then go ahead and tell about the crime. Otherwise,
then I will say it, and then if it isn't true, he can interrupt it through you, and then we can talk through you. Is that legal?
You may.
It says here that I can call witnesses on this paper here.
No.
This says I got these rights to do that.
No, you do not. If you would please respond to either any additions or corrections to the incident offense that I just read.
Yeah, I didn't tie anybody up.
Okay.
And I was never on the scene when anyone was killed. I think the law says you can only keep me 17 years or 18 years if I was never on the scene when anyone was killed. I was never on the crime scene of anything. The closest I came to the crime scene is I cut Henry's ear off in a fight over some money because the Frenchman, he wouldn't pay the Frenchman, and I told him why don't he be a man about himself and pay his debts, and we had a fight. So in order to hook me up to that, they say, well, they tortured the dude 3 days. I was gone from that scene of that crime for 3 days. I was never on the scene of any crime. I never told anyone directly to go anywhere and do anything. I always said, and mostly it come from the witness stand, I said, like, you know what to do. You have a brain of your own. Don't ask me what to do. I just got out of prison. I don't know what's going on out here. I haven't been out of jail long enough to really get a perspective of what was happening. I just was released from McNeil Island, and I was in Mexico City prison before that, and I was in Terminal Island before that, so I really wasn't up on the 60s as much as you all make me out to be. I had just got out of prison. Most of those people, like Castavia, I knew her 2 weeks. I had seen her 2 or 3 times around the ranch. I had never even been with the broad, man, that much, you know. People came around me because I played a lot of music, and I was fairly free and open because I really didn't know, honestly. Everyone says that I was the leader of those people, but I was actually a follower of the children because, like, I never grew up. I've been in jail most of this time, so I stayed in the minds of the children, and I'm pretty much a street person, so violence is no new thing to me. And people getting hurt around me is no new thing. So we're kind of like married in this thought together. Like, we're together whether we want to be here together or not. You know, we're stuck in this madness. You know, I don't want this job. I'm not getting paid very much, you know.
No, that's true.
And you're certainly going to get paid if you take your time. So give me a time to finish what I was trying to do, will you, please?
Is it on the crime, Mr. Manson?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay.
Yes, sir. It's the very same thing that you read.
Okay.
You know, I kind of anticipated what you were going to say because you've been saying the same thing for 20 years.
All right.
This has grown so much that the people living in my life have moved in with uniforms and penitentiaries. They built whole penitentiaries in the fear that they've generated off of this case. So the public can feel safe against this monster, we're going to charge you $200 million to build another set of penitentiaries.
Mr. Manson.
So people living in my life, they don't care whether I broke the law or not. They'll make up a lot of things and sell a lot of books, 58 of them to be exact, and billions of dollars have been made, and it's okay if I have to spend my life in prison. Let me finish. Just to hold me, because I've shown you some strong strength, and I haven't surrendered to this by copping out to you or telling tales on someone else or playing weak. You've medicated me, you've burnt me, you've beat me, you've stabbed me, you've done everything you can do to me, and I'm still here, and you're still going to have to face the truth about this case sooner or later, if not here in the street.
All right, Mr. Manson, I'm going to give you opportunities to give a closing statement, and you can read that or talk about that at that particular time. We're going to